Hey, what's up, team? It's Sherman here from Geek Psychology. Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to talk about your comfort zone. There is, within your dominant function, this compulsion, complete compulsion to do that thing. If you're an ESP, then it is to do extroverted sensing stuff. You want to embrace the moment as it is and flow with it, right? Adapt to it. And through doing that, you're actually going to energize yourself. You're going to embrace the feeling, the atmosphere, I suppose. You're going to experience more of a charged life. That is what SE is trying to do, right? And your comfort zone is going to probably be something related to that. And so if you're an ESTP, your tertiary function is FE. All right? So this is going to keep you interacting with the world in the moment, and if you are not careful with it, if you haven't really gone into TI as much and you're just trying to get a quick fix, you're going to interact with people in a way that is going to possibly deceive them if you're not in a healthy position. It could be in a good way too. It could be checking in with their feelings, their needs, and all this other stuff too. But your comfort zone is going to be in that SEFE realm, right? So getting out of that would mean to push that away, get away from agreeing with how everybody sees the world, and see the world how you see the world based on your personal experiences, your own life, your model of the world, the puzzle pieces that you've picked up along the way, right? And filtering through those, putting them together in a nice way that makes sense to you. And happily going against what other people are saying, thinking, feeling, doing. So this push and pull, back and forth. Your comfort zone is keeping you within your tertiary function and your dominant function, keeping you in the extroverted world, if you are an extrovert. If you're an introvert, it's keeping you away from the outer world, in the sense that, yes, we all have to deal with the outer world, but zoning out and relying on your past, relying on your own personal understanding of how things work, your own personal pride and anger, whatever it is, happiness, it doesn't matter, your values, and really sticking to that and not letting outer world feedback touch that. It's like, I see it, but I'm just going to blank it out, cutting it out right now. It's not get in, right? Because introverted functions see the outer world, they interact with the outer world, and they filter it, they refine it, or they track where it's going and, get rid of all the extra information, right? They're trying to bring it in, consolidate it, refine it, make sense of it. If you are going out of your comfort zone, you're going to this big get together or going to meet somebody new, talk to somebody on video that you've never talked to, it's pretty rough because you're going to get some feedback. You're going to get some feedback that might not mesh with how you see the world, how you've structured the world. It's going to make you possibly wrong. It's going to make you vulnerable in some way, right? And that's not good. Nobody wants that. So you have this push and pull between your tertiary and your auxiliary. For the extroverts, you have this push and pull between the outer world, what everybody else is experiencing, perhaps, what everybody else thinks and sees and feels, with how you feel and think about things. Your personal experiences that gave you your subjective viewpoint of the world. If you're like an ESTJ, you're in TE for your dominant function. You want to get things done. You want to make things more efficient, right? You want to delegate what should be done, how it should be done, and make sure that it goes in the right direction. And that's awesome. That's not how I work, but that's fine. That's awesome as it is. And as SE, or SI rather, is your auxiliary function, NE is going to be your tertiary function. So you're going to have this push and pull between stability, the structure of the world, and creativity, ideas, exploration, seeing things in a different way. It's going to be this push and pull because NE, the tertiary function, and the dominant function, TE, are going to work together very well. They speak very well to each other. It's like two dwarves talking to each other. Two people of the same race, the same language, the same background, perhaps, speaking to each other. It's like, I can communicate anything that I want to, so let's do this. Okay, let's do that. That sounds really fun. Whereas your auxiliary function, SI, in this situation, is going to be like, okay, can I speak up here? Like, I got something to say. It's really important. You know, in the past, this thing happened. You might want to analyze that a little bit. You might want to bring that into the picture. You might want to check in with some authority situation. You might want to do some research, right? Check in with all these past experiences, consolidate them a bit, and see, like, what have you become through these experiences, right? But NE just speaks louder. The tertiary function for an extrovert speaks louder, and it pushes you, it eggs you on to do more things, to keep going, to embrace possibly the wildness, the chaos within the world, right? Instead of stepping back out of that comfort zone into the scary inner world of, you know, slowness and this feeling of like, I need to go through my past. I need to journal, to write things down, or look through all these things and really assess, who have I become and what am I going to do with that? So that's my understanding of the push and pull between the comfort zone of your tertiary function and your dominant function together versus your auxiliary function. So what can you do about that? What can you do about that? You know it now, and in my opinion, through knowing something, you have this cognitive dissonance, this struggle if you're not acting upon it. And if you just keep repeating that, it's helped me a lot. Also, just know that this is my auxiliary function, okay? SE is my auxiliary function, you're an ISP, okay. When the time comes, you need to just embrace the moment. Force that on yourself. Like, I don't care what's going on. I'm going to charge in and see what happens. Get some feedback to get out of that comfort zone. If it's NE, go travel, go explore, go see something new, play with ideas, play with people, poke people, do whatever you got to do. I guess I'll go through all these. TE, if you're an ITJ, make something and test it. Put it through the scientific method. Like, create it, well, hypothesize, whatever. Create it, check it, get some feedback on it, put it into place so that you can see how awesome your idea really is. And if you've been in that loop for too long, if you've been in your comfort zone for too long, it might not be as awesome as you think. And that's okay, because life is a test. Everything is a test. So put it out there, try it, see what happens. If you're an IFJ, then it's going to be like, I'm going to bring this to the world to help other people, to deal with other people, see other people's reactions to it. See if it's something that they can agree on, that we can all agree on, possibly creating more of a harmonious cohesion in the world, right? If it's more on like a smaller level, like with your partner, do that. Read their body language. Look at them, shift your mindsets into theirs, and think from their perspective, and do something to interact with them a lot more intentionally. For the extroverts, let's say SI, already talked about that. Calm down, go into your past experiences, realize that you are this composite quilt or whatever it is. You are the quest log. You have it written within you. So review that quest log and see, like, where are you? Are you really fitting in with your experiences that have made you who you are today by taking this action, by exploring this path, by playing video games all day, whatever it is? For NI, you're an ENJ. Take that time to meditate, to clear your mind. Shut out the outer world for a bit. Get into that Zen-like state. Shift your perspectives into other people's, and think about where things could go into the future. Try 10 years into the future. See what happens. You might not still have the journal 10 years into the future, sure. But write down your ideas, your thoughts of where things are going, maybe where they came from. Shifting that structure, And through doing that, I think you're going to give more longevity to your interactions with people or things, Your life is going to be better, is what I'm saying. And for the EPs, let's have the EFPs. Okay, you have introverted feeling as your auxiliary function. Journaling, it's very good. Doing like a value elicitation exercise, like go through like what is important to me, and write it down, refine it, put it on your phone, have like a little alert or something pop up, put it on your front door, whatever it is. Stick with that. Constantly think about, what is my conscience saying right now? Okay, I'm going to do that. Despite how unfun it could be, I'm going to do that, If you are an ETP, you're going to have TI as your auxiliary function. Focus more on creating little tweaks to get big leverage. And you're only going to really know what to do if you take the time to absorb more information, study, read a bunch of books, whatever it is on the topics that you like, of course, and try to hone that in, make sense of it more for yourself so that you can bring it into the situation. You can educate some mofos on what to do, right? In a way that they can understand you, because you still have FE working in there. You can express it to them in a way that they can understand, and you can tailor it as well. What else? Play some strategy games, play StarCraft. Whew. Have your mind explode. It's pretty cool. Anyway, that is the end of this video. I hope it was helpful, and I hope that you can use this information just a little bit. Maybe it shook a few things loose or something like that, so that you can get out of your comfort zone. You can do something today that's a little bit different. Just a little step. You can't see it, but I'm doing like the cat thing where they put their foot just a little bit over the line into the water, and then they bring it back. That's fine. Just do that. Just a little bit. And you're going to slowly expand that fog of war, that comfort zone, your bubble, whatever it is. That could also be putting the cat foot within you, for your introverted functions. Step within yourself just for a little bit, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. See if you can calm your mind, reflect on those things, and then get right back into action if that's what you want to do. All right? So I hope through doing that, you're able to bring out the better you and become a hero.